Hello guys. So today I wanted to make a video about just realizing that at the end of the day, yes, it's nice to have a relationship and be in love and have a husband, boyfriend, whatever it is. But I started to realize that some people are really only there for a season. There to teach you something, and sometimes you really don't want to hear that because you've started to grow in love with this person and you've started to have a routine every day with this person, and then now when you guys separate, it's like you have to refine yourself. And I always find myself like realizing that when I get into a relationship and when I get out of it, I always have to do more work to really just find that happiness that I have been founding before I even began in the relationship, after the relationship. And what I'm basically trying to tell you is that you are going to be with you for a majority of your life, 100% of the time. You can never run away from yourself, and if you think so, you're crazy. But yeah, like, you're basically going to be by yourself, so I'm just here to encourage you and myself that to like learn how to be happy on your own and learn how to be okay with being alone. Learn how to be okay with being by yourself. Learning to be okay sleeping alone. Learning to be okay with just being with you every day, and you're negative, you're good, you're groggy, you're sad, you're anger. Everything and every part of you is you. And I'm starting to realize that you can't wait for someone to love you, for you to love you. And I also realize that when you are following God and you're in your purpose and you're walking with Him and you can hear Him and you can all of this stuff, then that's when He brings that person. But if you are not getting close to Him, you will have no way of. I've realized that you have to be solid in God, because when you are solid with God, then that relationship won't break you. Because I remember when I wasn't walking with God like I should, I was heartbroken by these men and these boys and these guys. And I'm just currently getting over one. And because I'm walking with God this time, it's not as hard. It's not as hard getting over the fact that I'm alone, because now I know I'm not necessarily alone. And I think it's just very important to know that, yeah, like, you're going to be with yourself more than anybody else in this world. And it's important that you get to know you, because I don't know, thunder just came. That's a sign. Yeah, this has been kind of on my heart to realize that, like, you can't wait for someone to love you. You can't wait for somebody to tell you you're beautiful, to know you're beautiful. It really just all boils down to just learning how to be okay with just you. Starting to validate you. Starting to set boundaries for you. Starting to have faith and growing in your faith for you. Figuring out what you want to do for you. And then when you start to have a healthy sense of self and a healthy self, then your reflection, which is your mate, will reflect back the good. Not only the good, but the healed parts of you, not the unhealed, not the wounds, not your... When you are solid in God, and you're healing, and you're doing the work that needs to be done, your partner is also going to be the same way, because you cannot attract that same, you have to attract that, is what I'm saying. So basically, if your partner, if you're doing, like I said, all the work, all of growing spiritually, growing mentally, physically, everything, just growing, you're going to attract a partner who is also growing, who is also spiritual, who is also on the same frequency, who is also on the same whatever. And say God is in the middle, now you guys have a solid ground. You guys are solid. But if you're doing all of the work and this person is kind of like, falling and not really like growing spiritually, and drugs and alcohol and all this stuff, it's going to be unequally yoked and unbalanced, and you guys are going to be not strong and not have a solid foundation. So like I say, it all starts with you. When you start working on you and you have that strong foundation, then you're going to find a partner the same way. But if you are unhealed, and you have childhood wounds, and you have things that you are not looking at, and you're not going within, and you're not healing the shame, and you're not healing the anxiety and the depression, and some things, depression and anxiety is a little different, but like if you're not healing, you're going to attract a partner who is going to reflect the things that you've been through in childhood, and it's not going to be so good. That partner is going to be more there to just keep bringing up that wound, to teach you things that you're not looking at within yourself. But like I said, when you start to have a solid foundation, partner is going to be right there with you, sock raw. So I say that to say, like, while you are being okay with being alone, just know that the person that God has for you is probably on the same page as you right now. He's probably doing the same growth, the same healing process and everything. So yeah, I hope this video helped. I haven't really been on here in a long time. I was just waiting for the right time to say, to just hear from the Lord and see what He wanted me to put on here. But I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.